Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel, Guy. Today we are going to talk about self-denials and self-reflection. Yes, I want to use this opportunity to talk about self-denials because the only way you can achieve what you want in life, the only way you can grow as a person, individually, spiritually, is when you deny yourself some certain things. I can use illustration like when you go to a beautiful garden, you see flowers, has been carved, and so on. You come to find out that these flowers are not really the way they want to grow, but because of the touches, because of the cut to make it look nice, that is why you can see them in the shape that you see them and you admire them. For you as individual, you need self-denials to grow. Just as the word say that there's no grow in comfort zone. Yeah, you have to make yourself available. You have to cut off some things in your life to make yourself appear the way the world will recognize you, the way the world will admire you. So you have to deny yourself some certain things in order to grow as a person. You have to have a self-reflection to make you take right decision in your marriage, in your relationship, in your business, and in your spiritual race. Because most people, most great people discover who they are during their isolation time when they are alone. Then think about their life, then think about things, forgetting about any distraction from maybe social media, friends and family, and so on. This make them to discuss within their spirit to bring out the best talent that God have endowed in them. This make them to think, to bring out something that is not in existence. Many investors, many people grow, become who they are, not because of anything, but then take out time to think about their life, think about their past, think about their present, think about their future, and that will shape them to make the right decision in whatever they are doing in life. So I want us to watch this video because this video have a lot of lessons to offer, a lot of things to tell us. And after watching this video, we continue. I'll be right back. Okay, enjoy the video.
The reason for fasting and so on is self-denial. If you do controlled self-denial, you will connect to your spirituality. Things that used to be a temptation to you will no more be a temptation. Things that where you lack clarity in life, clarity will come. Think of most of these technological inventions. If you narrow down to the guy that invented it, you see that it was during a period of self-denial. Isaac Newton that came up with the 3 laws of motion. There was an outbreak, disease outbreak in town. So he ran to his mother's village and was living in the hut there. So because of that, he was eating good food, natural food. And he has been there for months, like 2 or 3 months. And he was outside in his garden one day and an apple fell on his head and boom, he started thinking, why did it fall on my head? That's how he came up with the laws of motion. Period of self-denial and isolation. The guy that came up with Ethereum, this Bitcoin, Bitcoin is the highest crypto. The second one is Ethereum. The guy that came up with Ethereum, he was walking in a garden when the idea came. He was walking in a garden. The guy that figured out that DNA has helix structure, have you seen the shape of DNA? He was at a camp in the middle of a forest. So he slept beside the fire, but in his dream, he saw snakes crawling like this. When he woke up, he was like, that's not a snake. That's DNA. This is something I've been looking for all my life. The guys that came up with WhatsApp, they quit their jobs and traveled the world. After traveling the world, they came back. It was in his kitchen that he came up with the concept of WhatsApp. He denied himself for 1 year, he and his friend. The guy that came up with iPhone, that's Steve Jobs. Before he came up with iPhone, he traveled to India and spent 1 year. 1 year with the monks, left all his wealth, his phone, his contact, everybody left civilization, went up the mountains with monks for 1 year. He couldn't even speak or understand their language because they don't speak English. He removed shoes. He wore shoeless for 1 year. When he came back, till today, iPhones and Apple products are still the best in the world. Because to compete with him, you have to go and isolate for 1 year. And you don't know what else he did during that 1 year. You don't know how many times he ate during that 1 year. So all his life, he operated at a level. So if you want to, food is confusing you. That's the point. Spirituality, your journey to spirituality will involve self-denial. If you're at a point in life where you're suffering already, you're experiencing suffering, you understand? You have to embrace that suffering as a path to spirituality. That's when you can properly connect. Otherwise, it will be suffering to no end. If you think people can't suffer perpetually, go to government offices. You see people that have been on low salary since 1979 and they're waiting for retirement and pension. Why? Because the suffering they had, they're not paying attention to it as a spiritual journey. They're not treating it as self-denial. They're not including isolation. You have to include isolation. There has to be a period of isolation so that you can talk to yourself and hear yourself speak. This is spirituality. Religion is when everybody is following one person's written down spirituality. If you go on your own self-denial and isolation and you discover some things and write it down, and some people show up in the future and start trying to follow your exact steps as you wrote it down, it's religion to them. It will not work for all of them because they don't have your own personal journey.
Yeah, thank you guys. Please, if you find this video interesting, please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share this video to your families and your friends. And please, on the comment section, tell us how we can improve and tell us how this video have touched you. See you in the next video.